What if the two most life-changing moments in your marriage, your wedding night and your family's biggest financial deal, both ended in betrayal? For Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, the story begins on her honeymoon with Kody, a night that should have been filled with love, but instead left her devastated. Decades later, another storm erupted, the $1.5 million sale of Coyote Pass land. And together, these two moments exposed the raw truth behind the Browns' fractured empire. Tonight, we unravel the heartbreak, the money, and the fan backlash that forever changed Sister Wives' history. But the shocking twist? Both stories, the wedding night and the land sale, are connected by one undeniable thread: power and control.
My mom and I had been calling each other back and forth that day a lot. And she called me and told me that she was, and I was like, oh, weird, I was just about to call you. And she said, I am driving to Garrison's house.
Part 1. What if the happiest day of your life turned into the loneliest? For Kody Brown, one of the stars of Sister Wives, her long-awaited honeymoon with Kody Brown wasn't the dream she hoped for. Instead, it became a memory filled with heartbreak, rejection, and a devastating first-night experience that fans still can't stop talking about. Now we uncover the shocking truth about Kody's honeymoon, how Kody treated her when she was at her most vulnerable, and why millions of women across America are now rallying behind her. Stay with us, because the most shocking detail? It wasn't just about Kody and Kody. It was about what this revealed about every single wife in the Sister Wives family. Kody grew up believing in plural marriage. To her, Kody Brown was not just a husband, he was the promise of love, family, and forever. But when the honeymoon finally came, things took a dark turn. Kody has spoken about how nervous and hopeful she felt. She was giving everything: her heart, her faith, even her virginity. But instead of tenderness, Kody remembers Kody being distracted, cold, even dismissive. What bride expects her husband to confess that he didn't find her attractive on their honeymoon night? Kody revealed in interviews and on the show that the intimacy was not what she imagined. Kody didn't make her feel cherished. He made her feel like a duty. Fans described the moment as devastating to watch. And for Kody, it was the start of years of silent pain. And it wasn't just the intimacy. Even during the honeymoon, Kody was more interested in talking about his other wives, leaving Kody questioning, was she ever truly loved? But the real heartbreak came when Kody discovered this pattern wasn't an accident. It was Kody's way of controlling every single wife. Years later, Kody finally broke her silence. She revealed that moment on her honeymoon when Kody took her virginity wasn't sacred. It wasn't loving. It was mechanical. And the way he treated her left scars that lasted decades. But here's the twist. That painful honeymoon moment was also the seed of her liberation. Fans believe Kody's decision to leave Kody decades later was born from that very first night. Because from day one, she was never truly seen. And when Kody finally walked away, the internet exploded. Fans on Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit blasted Kody. One wrote, "How could a man treat his wife this way on their honeymoon? Kody deserves so much better." Another fan said, "Kody exposed himself that night. He never valued Kody. Ever." And the backlash hasn't stopped. Women across America in their 30s, 40s, even 70s say Christine's story mirrors their own. A story of being ignored, dismissed, and unappreciated by the men they trusted most. But here's the question that haunts fans. If Christine's honeymoon was this devastating, what really happened with the other wives? Christine Brown's honeymoon may have started with pain, but her journey ended with power. By walking away from Kody, she didn't just escape a broken marriage. She became a symbol of strength for women everywhere. And maybe, that's the greatest twist of all. That what began as the most devastating night of her life turned Christine into the woman millions admire today. What do you think? Was Christine's honeymoon the true beginning of the end for her marriage with Kody? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that notification bell. We have more untold stories of love, betrayal, and survival coming your way. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Part 2. $1.5 million. That's how much the Brown family's prized land Coyote Pass was worth when it sold. But here's the question. Who actually walked away with the money? And why does this land deal still haunt the sister wives' legacy to this very day? On the surface, Coyote Pass was supposed to be the Browns' dream. A place where all 4 wives would build homes. But the dream turned into a nightmare. Broken promises, legal disputes, hidden financial deals, and one shocking $1.5 million sale that fans say tells you everything about the Browns' fractured empire. Stay tuned because when we break down the paper trail, you'll see how money, betrayal, and power collided at Coyote Pass. When Kody Brown first announced the move to Flagstaff, fans were stunned. Why uproot 4 wives and nearly 24 kids? The answer was Coyote Pass, a sprawling piece of Arizona land meant to unify the family. But almost instantly, cracks began to show. Christine openly doubted the plan. Janelle dreamed of her own house there. Meri felt excluded. And Robyn? Many fans believe she held the real influence over Kody's decisions. Meanwhile, bills piled up. Mortgages went unpaid. And the land sat, untouched. But when money troubles hit hard, the family made a desperate choice: sell Coyote Pass. And that's when the $1.5 million question came into play. The sale was meant to solve problems. But instead, it raised new ones. Who signed the deal? Who pocketed the cash? And why were fans convinced that not every wife saw a dime? Kody claimed the money was for the family. But Christine later suggested she never trusted the process. Janelle admitted she poured her savings into the dream, only to walk away with nothing. And Meri? She was practically erased from the conversation. Here's where it gets messy. Documents revealed that only certain names were tied to the property, meaning not everyone had equal control, equal payout. And then came the twist. Fans discovered that Robyn and Kody allegedly benefited the most. Why? Because while Christine walked away and Janelle struggled to find housing, Robyn and Kody were securing their $900,000 luxury home in Flagstaff. To many viewers, the $1.5 million wasn't just about selling land. It was about Kody consolidating power with his favorite wife. Christine called it manipulation. Janelle called it unfair. Fans? They called it a betrayal of everything the Browns once promised. And the backlash online was immediate to brutal. Fans erupted. One wrote, "So Christine and Janelle sacrificed everything, while Robyn walks away with the prize." Another added, "Coyote Pass proves what we knew all along. It was never about family. It was always about control." On Reddit, the sale became one of the most discussed sister wives controversies of all time. Women across America said they recognized the pattern: one partner getting everything, while others are left with broken promises. And maybe that's why the Coyote Pass showdown matters so much. Because it's not just about land. It's about loyalty, trust, and the cost of staying in a relationship that no longer serves you. In the end, the $1.5 million sale didn't build unity. It built walls. Christine and Janelle found freedom away from Kody. Meri found herself sidelined. And Robyn? She became the queen of the castle, but at what cost? So who truly benefited from the sale of Coyote Pass? On paper, it looks like Kody and Robyn. But in reality, maybe Christine and Janelle won the most. Because they gained something you can't put a price on: independence. What do you think? Did Kody and Robyn manipulate the land sale for their own benefit, or did Christine and Janelle come out stronger in the end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. When Christine married Kody, she gave him everything: her heart, her faith, even her virginity. On their honeymoon, she expected tenderness. Instead, she recalls Kody being distracted, talking about his other wives, and making her feel more like an obligation than a bride. "I just felt like I was never truly loved on that honeymoon. I was there, but I wasn't seen." And what happened that night didn't just break Christine's heart. Fans believe it planted the seed for her eventual escape decades later. As Christine struggled emotionally, another storm was brewing years later: money. The Browns' dream was Coyote Pass, a sprawling piece of land in Flagstaff, Arizona. Each wife imagined her forever home there. But the dream crumbled under financial stress and fractured trust. Christine doubted the plan. Janelle invested her savings. Meri felt excluded. Robyn, however, seemed to hold Kody's ear. And when the family sold Coyote Pass for $1.5 million, fans immediately asked, who really benefited? Christine's honeymoon pain revealed how intimacy was weaponized. The land sale revealed how money was used the same way. Both moments show Kody's pattern: control through vulnerability, whether emotional or financial. Property records show not every wife's name was equally tied to the land, meaning payouts weren't equal. Christine walked away with emotional scars. Janelle with financial losses. Meri with isolation. And Robyn? She and Kody seemed to benefit most. But when fans uncovered this, the backlash was brutal. Fans discovered that while Christine and Janelle sacrificed, Kody and Robyn were securing their nearly $900,000 Flagstaff home. Suddenly, the $1.5 million sale didn't look like a family solution, it looked like favoritism. And here's the twist: the night Christine lost her faith in Kody's love was the same pattern we saw in the land deal. Whether in the bedroom or the bank account, Christine and the other wives always came second. And this revelation lit the internet on fire. On Reddit, one fan wrote, "Coyote Pass proves Kody only ever cared about Robyn." Another said, "Christine's honeymoon showed us who Kody really was, and the land sale sealed the deal." Facebook groups swelled with women saying they related to Christine's pain. Many described their own marriages where intimacy and money were used as tools of control. In the end, Christine's devastating honeymoon became the first chapter in a long story of betrayal. And the Coyote Pass showdown became the final straw. But here's the silver lining: Christine walked away free. Janelle reclaimed her independence. And Meri began her own journey. Maybe, just maybe, they gained something more valuable than land or money peace. Before her honeymoon heartbreak, Christine grew up deeply devoted to her faith. She believed plural marriage was a path to heaven. For her, marrying Kody wasn't just about love, it was about destiny. But destiny has a way of testing faith, and Christine's first test came sooner than she ever expected. As Christine walked into their hotel room, she imagined candlelight, whispers, tenderness. Instead, silence. Kody talked about logistics, other wives, and the family future. Christine's heart pounded, hoping for intimacy. But when it came, it felt rushed, transactional. She later admitted, "It wasn't about us. It was about obligation." For Christine, that night stretched endlessly, a beginning that already felt like an ending. On paper, the Coyote Pass dream looked solid. 4 parcels, shared titles. But property tax records revealed something troubling. Not every wife's name was equally tied to the deeds. Legal experts note this meant payouts were never going to be equal. Christine doubted from the start. Janelle invested thousands. Meri remained sidelined. And Robyn? Fans believe she had the most secure position of all. Reddit threads exploded with over 10,000 comments. One fan wrote, "Coyote Pass is proof of financial manipulation, plain and simple." On Facebook, women shared personal stories of being left out of family finances. On YouTube, Christine supporters flooded comment sections. "We stand with you, Christine. You are all of us." This wasn't just a reality show moment, it became a cultural conversation. Christine's story didn't end with heartbreak or land disputes. In 2023, she found love again with David Woolley, a man who makes her feel seen every single day. Janelle embraced independence, focusing on her children and career. Meri began building her own brand and solo life. And Robyn? Still in her Flagstaff home isolated with Kody. In the end, maybe Christine and Janelle gained more than money or land, they gained freedom. So what do you think? Was Christine's honeymoon heartbreak the beginning of the end? Did Kody and Robyn manipulate the Coyote Pass deal for their own gain? Or did Christine and Janelle ultimately win by choosing freedom over control? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read everyone. If this documentary resonated with you, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more untold sister wives secrets. And don't forget, next week, we're diving into how Robyn became the most controversial wife in TLC history. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.